Hi, welcome to the new video. I am Rohit Desai, co-founder of JB Expert. There are a lot of news that are coming on a positive sides to the exporters, and there are few businesses which are really going to get tampered because of the tariff from the Trump. But we have to live in the reality, and we already know there are a few challenges or the few layoffs which are happening in all across the jobs. These are something affecting. So almost 2.5 million Indian families will be pushed into poverty. There are job cuts in gems and jewelries, which is 1.5 lakh, and there are a lot of effects that's happening over industry sectors, especially when it comes to the products that we are dealing in. And moreover, the seafoods, what we've been exporting, we have a tariff, so my buyers are not willing to buy it, but they have imported the goods from Indonesia and Vietnam. So they have got the radiation materials. That is no somewhere on the news. Just give me a minute. Here is the news. So normally the products that we were sending and the product what they have been importing from various other markets to the Walmart. So these are, see, when it comes to tariff and other things, people as a businessman, they also look at, okay, if I get it imported from India, then yeah, there is a tariff. But when I do the same imports to from Indonesia or Vietnam, then yeah, there are challenges, no, nothing less. You're compromising on your health. And in that case, the people have to return back to us. So these are all the news that I could find for on the radioactive materials that have been contaminated, which is like 1.37. That is something a radioactive thing. So these are the products that are already there in the superstores, which is called like Walmart and sort of that. So and these products have come from Indonesia. So you're looking for a substitute for Indian shrimps. Okay, we got it. We because of the tariff, you don't want to buy from us. We understand that. But in the same time, when you're buying it from other countries, and if these are the challenges that you're going to face, then what's the point? Will the Americans don't get shrimps, or don't you buy it from some country which is safer to eat? Yeah, you will pay the extra pay, but yeah, you will get the best products. But yeah, we couldn't help people to understand immediately, but later stages they will realize it. And I don't say, because see, the power comes with the great responsibilities, but when we Indians have something in our hand, we always look forward is like, okay, let's do a mutual benefit thing. It's good for you, it's good for me. That's how we are. But in United States or US, politics is meant like, okay, they are mosquitoes. They have a friendly countries, they screw up them first. They just uh, spoil their economy. If they are friend of anyone, then you need to be really worried about. So Pakistan is very happy about it. So we are knowing what's the geopolitics is happening. But see, if you are an enemy of US, you are good. If you are a friend, then you need to be more worried. So being a friend with the United States is always going to be a problem. So think over it. And moreover, as an exporters, I have to tell you one thing: don't worry. It's part of life. See, we Indians have a problem. It's a problem is like I mean in a good way. So problem is that we don't change. We don't take forecasted. If something is working, we don't disturb it. But we don't look towards the vision saying that, okay, tomorrow if something goes wrong, what? But now you know it. You already got tampered. Now we are getting affected. So now it's a high time for you to make sure you do a market switch. People come to us to saying that, sir, this is the market and this is where I want to be in. I know many of my partners who are in export import business have been selected US market from last 7 years. Why in last 7 years they have never been a thought process of looking for a new market? Because there was no need. That is how the Indian system works. Because there was no need of a new market, everything was working well, so US is the only thing. Why do we need to do the marketing in other countries? But when you really need to have to do it, and that is because of Mr. Trump, we have to do it now by force. So is the force was required? Not really. But still we are getting affected, we are got tampered, and now there is no choice that we have to do it. So there is no other go for it, right? So why do we have to get into that stage and get affected? That's also a very simple thing, that normally people don't understand about it, but that's the place. So if you look for the world news, especially when it comes to businesses or economy, so mainly what I suggest you is keep track of your economical activities, what's happening, what's not happening, what is getting affected, what is not getting affected. So international business news. So these are something that you need to keep a uh, look on. And moreover, you have something called as options, opinion. So these opinions are something which is really going to help you to build your business. So what's happening in the international market? Because when you're dealing in export import business, you are not just going to stay in a cocoon or where you belong to and just hoping that okay, everything is well in my city, done. No, international politics or international domain, who is aligning with whom, where the war is happening, these are something that's your day in day out job. You cannot just let it go. What's happening in China, that's also important. Why they are coming to us, that's also important. What's happening between all of these three is also important. So never ever take anything for granted, just like okay, export import business is just about business. No, it's all about taking care of everything.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Right? So now we see there are good opportunities coming up with China. So a lot of trade is going to happen. We see on a headline today is like, just a minute. Yep. So if you see here, this is the fertilizers news what we get. But will this help me in any which way? So whatever the fertilizers, if I am not in this business, like urea and other thing, so then it doesn't really make a great difference for us, because this is the government to government, and moreover, this government is for the farmers. So if there is any agricultural help and your growth, because Indian growth is always related to the agriculture industries. It's not about any other thing. So what they are looking at is okay, now at the moment there are shortages, so we'll buy the urea from you and then yeah, we'll import it. So whatever the major challenges we had in point of rare earth material, fertilizer, and then what do you call this, drilling, the boring machines. So these are the few things they have major concern with. They are good to go with that. But when it comes to the common exports like us, so normally that is not in the picture. So we hope that may support sometime later. But yeah, there are few restrictions on Chinese product. BIS certificates are not issued. There are some restrictions. I don't know whether no one says it, but I feel it because we have applied so many applications. None of that has got processed. So bit surprising, but yeah, it's happening in that way. So if you want to plan and import some products from China, especially the electrical component products, so take to a consideration. BIS is very much necessary, right? So without BIS, if you plan something, then yeah, you're going to be in trouble. So plan it accordingly. And moreover, India has nothing to lose. Yes, we are having a lot of to lose. So that's the reason there is a credit upgradations GST, which is announced on August 15th. Everyone heard about it. So the thing here is the HSBC banks, or we are getting opinions, we read out a lot of news. So on India's growth, if you see like it's getting redefined, and we will be growing, and there'll be a lot of hits to the other companies who don't, because at the end of the day, US is at the moment putting restrictions on India, right? So from India, it cannot be imported. But in later stages, what happens here is when the GST thing so gets dropped, automatically the best option is going to be like, okay, we are going to spend more money on buying products, especially on because here, if you see the opinion, what we have is all on buying discounts. So where did it go? So look at this article. This is about where if you want to purchase anything, just hold back. All the GST is going to come, and by the time of Diwali, you'll be able to have a good benefit. So these are something there. So if you are planning for it, you'll get a good discounts. Look at the percentages here. So these are all the reforms that is done by force, because end of the day, Government of India wants to support the exporters, the local businesses, and the self-consumptions. Today, as an exporter, if I have to say, okay, what is my thought processes? I am looking for a new market. Along with that, I will also cater to the Indian domestic. Because See, when you're planning for export markets, it doesn't mean that you need to stop your domestic business. You can do your domestic business. There is no additional licenses are required. It's the same process, just the domestic transaction. Just make sure your money is not stuck, your capital is not stuck. Tomorrow, if anything issues comes up, and you'll be not losing your money. Apart from that, my thought process is start looking for a new market. If US was the only market what you've been planning, US is gone for a long time now. Think it, even if they come tomorrow with the duty reductions, there is some trade happens between the trade agreement happens, and then the things goes well. Now again, Trump is back like okay, blooming about India and Modi and everything. Still don't trust him. See, US is not a reliable or a trusted partner, not now, not in the past, not in the future. So consider this as a fate. You cannot change it because you cannot make a dog to a horse. A dog is going to be a dog itself. However, try you can do a better, like do a closeness, do all the event, Howdy Modi, Namaste Trump, and all the events. These guys are going to come and bite you. So they are always for their interest. They are always there for benefits. Even we do the same. We are for our interest, we are for our benefits, but never we put a bad eye on someone's economy. But here it's not so. They always make a tie, and then later they spoil them with their economy, extracting the oil, taking away everything, spoiling the economy. They will put them into the war. This has ever been there. So the switch what they have from the fight what we have seen with Ukraine president, something like no one does it. But yeah, we are in that situation, so don't worry. Tomorrow we are not so weak as Ukraine so that someone talks to Modi in that manner, because we can do a lot and which can be a tampering for them, and there is nothing big effect is going to happen. There are few industries, yes, there has been affected. We'll be losing job, we are losing many things. Yeah, this is because of the recessions. We couldn't do anything big about it because everyone is in pressure, everyone is in the pain, so we have to take it. And see, job is there. As far as the job you have it, good. If you don't have it, there is nothing that you can do about it. But for us, the companies like us as exporters, you can start exporting to the different markets. Just even we may earn less, but we will still make money. So have that confidence in you, and whatever the supports you need, we are right here. And we have various plans to support Indian exporters, and we are also going to launch sometime soon the whole export import live sessions over the YouTube channel. So it will be a live, and you can watch and you can ask the questions over the chat box. So even we are planning to do that. So the people who have lost the job, don't worry. You can start something on your own with a very minimal thing, and whatever the supports at a free of cost, we try to provide you at the best, and then we take the things forward from there. So we want the Indian youth, or we call it as citizens who has lost job, who has got into some kind of a trouble. If they want to start something and they want our help, we are always there for you. Don't need to worry. See, this is all the passing clouds. The pain is there. I agree to it. It will pass. Don't worry. So there are a lot of painkillers that government of India is trying to provide through all of these options. Maybe one other thing will work, and we'll be able to do it better. They are also trying to do a better job with Oman. They are trying to get some agreements. Or see, China is a good market, but at the end of the day, you can't trust them because it's all give and take policy. If we take the market, the Chinese market, they also want the Indian market. But we don't spoil their market, but they will kill our market. So there is a different thought of school, right? So it's always better keep an eye on them, keep a checks. As a government will surely do that because they are very well versed and they are qualified to do that. So the replies and the responses what I got to hear from the administration or the Modi administrations. So it has been good. Like okay, they are somehow know it and they are managing it well. So that's what I think. So later coming updates, I'll keep you posted. And apart from this, if you have any issues related to export import business or any doubts, please put it into a comment box. I'll make a video or I'll reply to your comment. Okay. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope don't lose hope on export import business. Stick to it, the plan, do your job. How good or bad market switches will happen, you don't have any controls over it. But what I suggest you is focus on the growth, not on the negative parts. If this market is not present, if one buyer goes, the other buyer will come. So think on it, think on a positive note, start exporting. And if you need any help, we are right here, don't need to worry about it. Okay, so any questions for free, please put it into the comment box. And you need a paid consultations, please give us a call. Okay, so thank you so much, have a good day, take care, bye bye.